Welcome back to the BSL. My name's Derek Danger, and together with me is Cookie. And we already had our first match. We saw one game between Iron Wolves versus Surreal Gaming. And Surreal Gaming got their first victory, so that was pretty hyped. So maybe today is the day of the upsets, or maybe this week is the week of the upsets. We'll have to see, though. As our second matchup of the day is Team Coinflip Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive. Now, Team Coinflip Gaming have 1 point lead over Keep Yourself Alive, and they are tied between like second to fifth place, while Keep Yourself Alive on sixth place. So, if these are the games that the Keep Yourself Alive need to win absolutely to contest for the place at the LAN. While if Team Coinflip Gaming gets a game or two, they have a pretty good chance themselves.
Yeah, they will just solidify them, and yeah, both of these teams, if they go 2-0, then they have a really good chance of being one of the top 4 teams. So that's why I think this BSL league has been interesting. Is that there hasn't been like what I expected was that there's going to be like the top 4 teams, and then the rest of them are going to be really like there won't be too much wins on them. But this time, every single team has been able to win the games, and it's a really tight standings.
And for the rosters, we get Team Coinflip Gaming is going to be represented by Anyas in the top lane, Lil Num in the jungle. Spoja is the mid lane, and Kaleidex and Riftwolf on bot lane.
Yeah, and for Keep Yourself Alive, we still have Arnex in the top lane, TVX jungle, Domus mid lane, ZTY in the ADC spot, and Destra as support for them.
So, what do you think? What is going to be the crucial matchup in these games? Because both teams are looking better and better as the last weeks come. Gnome has picked himself up as he wasn't the sole reason why they lost a couple of games here and there, but he couldn't find impact in weeks in the middle of the season.
Yeah, and for Team Coinflip Gaming, still I think they have to play the same story where Gnomes is on a safe, maybe skirmishing jungler, something like Jax, Skarner, or something like that can 1v1 the enemy. And just ward around the jungle. He doesn't even have to ward the lanes, or I mean gank the lanes. Just keep vision around the jungle to know where the enemy jungler is, to know where where TVX is. So, and if he can do that, then I think he has done his part. As the Team Coinflip Gaming's roster, I think mechanically everybody is at the same level as Keep Yourself Alive. So they just have to win the lanes, and Gnomes just has to keep the ward so that ZTY can't have that impact on the map.
And yeah, the bot lane is going to be a pretty interesting matchup because both Kaleidex and Riftwolf are quite dominant laners. They've gotten way too much leads in the previous weeks, more leads than we expected. In some games, they weren't able to snowball the leads. But versus ZTY and Desra, well, not Nofaz and Desra, well, because this time Nofaz will play from the account Nofaz.
Yeah.
And we were just grown into calling him ZTY, but that is Nofaz. So finally, I think this is the first week we'll see that.
Yeah,
but yeah, both of the bot lanes are pretty strong. Mid lanes, both of the mid lanes as well. They want to fight for the dominance. Spoja is playing Azir and pretty much, aggressive champions. Azir's the only safe one. While Damas started the season with a couple of quirky games, then defaulted to control mages, and
recently he's been picking up the Fizz and stuff like that. So he's been able to play a lot of different styles. I think Ryze is his favorite one to play the champion. So I expect either to ban him or he's just going to pick it up.
So what do you think? What are going to be the main bans? Because in previous weeks we haven't seen a lot of Anyas' Ornn. He was banned out for most of the weeks. Well, Arnex, he did play Jace last week. They won that game, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So Arnex playing those aggressive tops, Jace, Camille, something like that against the Anya's tanks. So it's going to be a stylistic matchup in the top lane, because in those carry versus tank matchups, it's all about knowledge from the tank side. And yeah, if Anyas can survive the lane, even get an advantage, then if Arnex decides to go for the aggressive picks, that could backfire in some cases.
Yeah, I think that for top lane, Onyas, yeah, we've seen him play a lot of tanks, but we saw also him pick up the Tryndamere against Real Gaming, and it was a really good game from him. So I expect if Arnex goes with something like Jace or Camille, that he would just go with the Tryndamere and then try and just 1v1 the lane, as Tryndamere isn't the champion you usually see.
Well, I don't know, but specifically Jace Camille are probably one of the biggest counters to Tryndamere. Maybe we'll see it in game 2, maybe in game 1. I doubt that we'll see it in game 1. If game 1 goes really well for Team Conflict Gaming, I could see that, but I think they'll try to play it safe, play it smart, and try to out macro keep yourself alive, which could also happen. But
could happen.
Could happen. A lot of things could happen in this matchup, since the players are really good on both sides. So it's going to be all about team play, because, well, although I think the only snowballing matchup will be the mid lane.
Yeah, and well, I expect Team Conflict Gaming go if the Ornn is open, then on top lane. Then if they don't go with the skirmishing jungle, then something like Zac in the jungle for Gnomes. Then I think he'll go with the Azir most likely. If not, then we've saw Yasuo come out, we've seen Echo come out, so could be he'll just go for something like that. And then on the bot lane, we'll see maybe Zyra Khan. They have been playing that a lot, or something like Gina Wistar or Caitlyn something.
Well, Kaiser, not Kaiser, but Clydex rather, has played a decent amount of Kaiser games. It was left open for him. Also, he's defaulted on Caitlyn most of the times when it is not banned. So we'll have to see if they are willing to trade Caitlyn for Kaiser, or will both of the champions just get banned there?
And for Keep Yourself Alive, I expect to see something like we saw against Joggers eSports, where they have the Ryze mid lane and then a carry ADC, something like either Caitlyn or Tristana, as NoFast has had great games with that. Then top lane, we'll see either the Jace, or I expect them to go with a tank more, as even though he picked up Jace, it's not Jace's meta now, and even though he knows the champion really well, we still saw him he couldn't really do anything against the Ornn top lane, and when the jungler came, he was really exposed.
And well, that's about the matchup. We'll go into the game pretty soon. So what are your predictions? Are we going to see a 2-0, 1-1? And if 2-0, then for which team?
Well, it's really hard to say, because Keep Yourself Alive, sometimes they look really good. Like, I think against Joggers eSports, they looked really strong. But against some other teams, they look pretty weak. So I want to say it's going to be a 2-0 for Keep Yourself Alive. That would be a safer bet, I think. But still, I believe that Team Conflict Gaming could take one game. So
if they take one game, they are, I wouldn't say set, but they could contest in some tiebreaker situations. But yeah, if Keep Yourself Alive doesn't 2-0 this, then they will have a rough time fighting it out, because yeah, they will have an uphill battle at the end of the season.
Yeah, and well, for Keep Yourself Alive, I've seen that Domas and NoFans are the two carries on their team, so I think that they should just keep drafting that way, so that both of them can have a late game matchup where they can just win the team fights for them. We saw TVX go with an Italy jungle, and I think that was a really good pickup for them. He was doing a lot of giving a lot of pressure to the laners. His spears were landing so much. They didn't deal too much damage, but he was landing them and was able to one-shot some targets if needed. And yeah, if they do go, if Team Conflict go with the Ornn, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem for Keep Yourself Alive.
Well, but at the same time, I don't know. I want to see if these teams have thought out the draft enough to go for those Kaiser Caitlyn shenanigans, because there's no reason for Team Conflict Gaming to ban out the Kaiser.
Yeah,
in no situation.
Yeah, I don't think they have to. I think they shouldn't ban out any AD carries. Maybe Tristana. Maybe Tristana. As we are going into the Champ Select, and the first ban is going to come out.
Team Conflict Gaming on the first, well, on the blue side for the first game, so let's see.
Oh, unlucky. This band.
Yeah, this band. So, no bans yet. We'll have them in a moment, as we will jump back into the Champ Select. And, well.
Oh, so, okay, there's a problem. They can't get into Discord. But, yeah, both the teams, I do think 1-1 or something like that should be, I believe it's going to be a 1-1, where Team Conflict Gaming win the first game, but they lose the second game, as, yeah, I think eBESL 5 don't usually do the research for the drafts before the games, and they just know how to adapt after the first game, so they should be able to do that easily enough, if they can, of course. If not, then it could go 2-0 for Team Conflict Gaming. And,
well, we'll go into a short break while we resolve, I would say, the audio issues, as that is like probably the only thing that happens in every league. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the BESL, and well, we are in the Champion Select, and the first bans have already came through, which are FaZe and a Kaiser. Now, I want to see what Team Conflict Gaming wants to do here, because yeah, you mentioned Tristana ban. I don't know if Tristana is ban worthy in this situation. You could ban out the Jhin if NoFaze wants to play that, or maybe Kleidex is confident enough that on Caitlyn he's able to match anyone.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that it's just with Tristana. We saw NoFaze really, I would say, like solo carry even the game against Žalgiris eSports, and so I think it's a big pickup.
Something interesting happening. Team Conflict Gaming banning out the Caitlyn themselves. So 3 AD carries bans as well as Zaya comes in, and it's going to be Jhin first pick. So Swain is still open. Not a lot of teams picked that, but that is probably the most broken champion in this patch. But Braum hovered.
Yeah, if they pick up, but they did ban out the Orange, so yeah, the Braum picked up. That could go with a lot of AD carries. It's pretty good with Tristana, has that all in potential.
And that is Varus.
So,
we just saw what Varus can do. Guys, they showed this masterclass with his AP Varus. Now, will NoFaze go for the AP though?
I kind of think that I like the AP Varus more than the on-hit Varus. I think it does a lot of damage and can burst. If you're ahead, it can burst a lot. So I think that I like that more as the Jax hover coming from Widow Gnome, as he is going to go with the Xinjiao. Now he's the only guy that I know who plays Xinjiao right now.
Yeah,
he does really good.
Used to be really popular, but nowadays, I don't know, the Jax, the Trundle, I think are better picks. It's the same style, but those are just better picks. But Xinjiao has some specific things he can do. He can completely nullify the AD carry in team fights if he's positioned well with his ultimate. And that is going to be Amumu locked in, but that is not Amumu. That is, well, we'll see in a moment.
And that is Camille. So Amumu is Camille here. Pick up for, so they will have Onios on a carry champion there. Good for them. I think that's good because I think Onios is mechanically strong. What I've played with him, I think he's good mechanically, and yeah, but he just talks about too much. So that's good. That's the one problem I think he has.
Well, Trundle locked in for TVX. Now I don't know specifically versus Xinjiao. Trundle I could see it being a good pick as he can. Well, once Xinjiao jumps in, he has no escapes, and he could get blocked by the pillar and focus down as Trundle does pretty much almost the same thing as Gragas. He splits the team fights, and there are no tanks to really melt with the Trundle pick.
Yeah, but that's one thing I think Trundle is really better against the tank picks. I think if there aren't any tanks in the game, then Jax is a better pickup than Trundle. And I think Jax would have been a better pickup than in this situation. But we still don't know if it's jungle. It could be, okay, it could not be support, but it could be top lane Trundle. But yeah, right now they have a lot of control with the Virus ultimate, Braum ultimate and shield, blocks a lot of damage, and the pillar from Trundle, so they'll have a lot of control and will be able to build the battlefield basically.
And already a pretty scary team fight comp, and well, I would say a pick comp as well from Team Conflict Gaming, is in team fights they can focus down one target really hard. Whoever that is, that target will most likely die with the Hextech Ultimatum. Plus there's Xinjiao jumping in. Jin really likes to target only one champion as he has a really low attack speed. And that is Arnax's Jace versus the Camille. So a carry top lane matchup on top.
Yeah, hyped to see how that one goes. I kind of want to give it to Arnax. I think it's going to go to Arnax more. But still, I think it's just going to be a matchup of how will they be able to win it, how they'll play it out. And both of them can easily win the lane from that and snowball the game. Yeah,
only difference is that Camille scales better than Jace in the late game. It scales better than the Jace in the late game, and well, we'll have to see how this one goes as they're locked in for Spurgeis, and we'll just have to see the last pickup from Keep Yourself Alive.
And that is a Corki. And at the start of the season, we found out that Corki is like the Lithuanian mad mid laner, something like Echo for Latvians. And yeah, that is picked up. So a lot of control, and I would say a lot of damage from Keep Yourself Alive squad. And I like both of the team comps, and I can't really say which one I like more. I think I lean on Keep Yourself Alive more because they'll have a bit more control in the team fights with the Corki package and everything, and Corki will be able to roam around the map better than Azir.
And well, while the players are loading in, we'll take a short break, but remember that after this matchup, after these two games, we'll have the giveaway for Hypertown Riga Expo, one ticket for both days. So participate in the chat, and at the end of the day, we'll have the coin flip on who is the victor. So yeah, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
G's than the L. I want more 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 G's than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the first game between Team Conflict Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive. And now, for the first game, yeah, Team Conflict Gaming on the blue side. So let's see if we see anything crazy in level 1, because we got Braum for Desra.
Yeah, and this is just going to give them a bit. And well, I would say the bot lane matchup goes to Nofus and Desra with the Varus and the Braum. I think that they should be the ones able to win this one in the bot lane, as I'd say they have a stronger lane. It's all going to be on what Riftwolf will be able to do on the Alistar, and yeah, how strong the duo of Quadex and Riftwolf will be.
And I would say that Alistar is one of the best champions for Riftwolf. He feels really comfortable on it. Now, Spurgeis on Azure also has been showing up strong. He's one of the best Latvian Azures. He's probably one of the, well, there are not a lot of guys who like to specialize Azure, because he's quite a difficult champion to pull off. But yeah, Spurgeis is one of them who really likes it, so he plays it a lot.
Yeah, and Widow Gnomes is going to start top side, while TVX is going to start on the bot side jungle. So interesting to see how that one will go out. Is Widow Gnome going to try and invade the red buff?
Well, he could try it. Zinzhao is a pretty strong duelist in the early game, and afterwards, yeah, his whole kit is revolved around 1v1s. So let's see how that one goes. And on bot lane, a small trade on the supports. Now, I think that Jhin should have a little bit of easier laning phase than Varus, but Varus is no pushover either, and Nofas specifically.
Yeah, and the mid lane matchup, I think it's going to be pretty safe. Now, I don't see how they would try and like 1v1 each other. I don't think there are going to be any solo kills there. But on top lane, I do expect that there's going to be a lot of fighting, and mostly they're going to be left on an island. Well, maybe the jungler that is going to be... No, I think the jungler should actually go top lane and help them out. If one of them gets a slight lead on the other one, then they should be able to just keep snowballing the lane.
And already pretty much the strongest phase for Jace is over, which is level 1. You can almost win the game level 1 on the Jace pick. Now, Anya's played around that point by helping his jungler clear. So Arnex didn't opt in for the freeze in level 1. He decided to just start pushing away a little bit.
Okay, and yeah, now Jhin and Alistar getting a bit of a lead bot lane, but not really. They're not really fighting each other. Gnome's now scouting out and seeing that TVX has quit his bot side jungle, and is going to go for that top side jungle now.
And well, for a second I thought we might see the first gank of the game.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Expected the same, but Yadoma still has Valkyrie, so he'd be able to just escape easily with no problems, as they are just trading a bit of damage there. TVX is going to steal away the Gromp, and that have a slight edge on Widow Gnome.
And well, let's see, Little Gnome taking the Raptors, so now he'll go into an empty jungle. Wolves will respawn in like a minute or something.
Yeah, TVX now ganking top lane, but yeah, the gank did not work out too much, as Camille can just jump off of the pillar. That gives her a pretty safe escape.
And well, so far, I'm really surprised by Anya's, not surprised, but well, happily surprised that he's doing better than expected, because Arnex is the premium Jace player in BSL, and he has not been able to secure a huge lead over already. And it's only going to get harder, as for the second time Anya's just delays his recon. That's pretty annoying for Jace.
Yeah, Little Gnomes is now going topside looking for something, but will not find the gank there. He's just going to recall, and there's already 1 level lead on TVX against Gnomes, as he has been able to steal away a bit of the jungle camps away. Bot lane is being just kind of freezed, played pretty safe. Nobody's trying to go in for the all-wins, most likely waiting for their jungler to come and help out.
Now, let's see, Anya's getting poked down really hard. He will probably die here, or will he? Flash comes in for Arnex and first blood for the Jace. Anya stayed, well, quite a bit too long on top lane.
Yeah, and I guess didn't expect the all-in potential from Jace's first back. TP came out, and he still had flash, kind of didn't use that to help him out, kind of greeded on that a bit. Maybe didn't want to waste his own, but yeah, did not use it, did not do the safe play, and it ended in his death.
And that is pretty huge because now Jace gets the second recall, has the serrated Dirk. And now the top lane matchup could turn quite heavily to the Jace's favor.
Yeah, it could happen as Gnome's now looking for gank bot lane. Is waiting for that Rift Wolf's engage. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. As I expected Rift Wolf to go with the flash pull raise and then headbutt back into them. Yeah, as Gnome's just wasting his time there. Won't be able to do anything about that.
And TVX is clear so far, has completely nullified all option for Gnomes. He's stuck on bot side only with Scuttle Crab, no camps to take. Well, now Raptors come into play, but on mid lane we see Anyas with the roam. Damas will fall to Spurjois, and a good roam play coming in for Anyas. He pushed out the top lane and came mid lane.
Yeah, but still wasted the flash, bit of miscommunication there, as Spurjois was able to pick up the kill, but still, and that ended up, Anyas wasting his flash won't be as safe now on top lane as he was before, and won't have like the same kill pressure that he would have had before.
I don't know if he'll have a kill pressure for the next 10-15 minutes. He'll have a ton of minions to pick up under the turret though. So all he has to do is dodge this thing.
Yeah, this combo did not manage to do it, but has been able to pick up all the minions for now, and he gets all of them. What a god.
And yeah, top lane on CS, even, but one kill we'll have to see if that comes into play. As Arnex still, when he's on 1v1, he hasn't had the greatest time, but now knocks him back, and again, second solo kill for Arnex. And Anya's not used to playing against the competent Jace in top lane.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he knows the matchup too much. Gnomes is not going to help him out top lane. Will not go and try to farm the minions, and Arnex is going to get a lot of damage onto the turret.
And if not even take the turret, unless Gnomes tries to stop him, he's only level 5 now. And pretty behind in tempo, and he's not even going top lane, so that might be first blood turret for Arnex. And already the game, the whole team's lead is solely on the Jace.
Yeah, that's just really big. If Arnex can get that lead, he should be able to just keep the pressure on, keep yourself alive, have a really good siege composition with the Corki, with the Jace. It just can poke anybody off of them, and with the Earth Drake, they should be just able to take turrets really fast.
And on top of that, with the latest Varus change on the W, it really adds up to the poke comp, even if he goes on hit or AP.
Riftwolf tried to roam down, tried to roam up, I would say, to mid lane. Did not get ganked there, just cleared some vision. As a pause comes in, Deshra has disconnected from the game. Really unlucky for him, some internet issues.
And so far in the game, well, 1 for 2 in terms of kills, but both kills on the Jace. On top of that, first turret blood, Jace has almost twice as much gold as this Camille. So that says a lot about it. Now, we'll have to see what he decides to do. Will he just try to get a bigger lead in top lane, completely deny Anyas from any chance of a comeback, or will he go for roams and play like Caitlyn?
Well, I think he should go with the roams around the map, as if he just can land one EQ combo, that will do a lot of damage, and that would be, I think, enough to help out the team just to get kills.
Already with the Yomu's Ghostblade 9 minutes in, that is absolutely massive. And yeah, on the opposite side, Noms hasn't finished a only with components like boots, cloth armor, a couple of longswords.
And he is looking for those ninja tabi now, and that will help him a little bit, but not too much against Onyx, as he has Yomus, and the lethality from that should be able to nullify the ninja tabi for good. So,
especially after the nerfs where they put more power on the the attack on hit.
Attack damage reduction.
Yeah, from auto attacks.
Yeah, auto attack reduction.
And less armor in those ninja tabi. Now, I really like what TVX has done this game. Noms has not found a single opportunity in this game to do anything. He's just going to places where his camps are cleared or warded. He cannot do anything so far, but Zinzal can also default to farming, but at the same time he has nowhere to farm, since at least one of the camps are taken from TVX on the opposite side. And we are back into the game. Now, what we have to watch out for is what Spojas can do on Azir. But I don't know, the draft is so interesting from Keep Yourself Alive, as since they won the top lane, which was the only volatile matchup for Keep Yourself Alive, mid lane will scale almost equal, I would say. Bot lane, Varus is pretty strong with, whatever he builds. Will be able to actually out-damage Kalydex in the team fights. And jungle as well, TVX on the upper side of the trade here.
Yeah, and Onyx is going to stay top lane. Just keep pressuring Onyas, as I think that now it could actually be that he can just win 1v2.
Well, we'll have to see about that, because Lilinoms finally got level 6. He's on the Krugs though, so will not be able to help out Onyas anytime soon. But Arnix respecting the possibility that Noms could be somewhere near.
Yeah, he does have a ward in the jungle, but still don't have too much vision there. Gnomes now looking to gank bot lane.
And well, that might work out. Ezra and Nofaz are a little bit overextended. Chain of Corruption comes in. Ritual cleanses that. Now Nofaz flashed away, and it seems like the Desert will be the one taking the blame here. It will die. Does not waste any summoners, so that's a good thing. Meanwhile, while all that happens, Arnix just chunking down the top lane turret.
Yeah, and Anya is getting a pretty good trade there. Takes Arnix half health, and that's just one combo from him. TVX now picking up the Rift Herald, trying to get all the objectives that he can for his team, as he doesn't really need to gank, as bot lane is winning by themselves, top lane is winning by himself, and the only one that isn't winning too much now is Domus, but he doesn't just need to farm. As Riftwolf roam mid again, tried to get something, did not manage to find anything there, as Domus just fought back, and TVX has been able to pick up the Rift Herald with no competition.
Now it seems like this game will rely on the rotation, so I want to see how good the Keep Yourself Alive are at them. In what ways, how can they out-rotate Team Coinflip Gaming, maybe get a turret or two for free just by setting up minions, so that's going to be interesting to watch out for.
Yeah, Domus now doesn't have any mana, but the bull buff is going to spawn soon, but he's going to just back off, and he has perfect CS for now. Has been able to get most of the creeps there, as Riftwolf and Quadex has been pushed in all, under their turrets all the time. Haven't been able to push the waves out, and that is going to be pretty bad for them. As he is losing, it's pretty hard to farm.
And Arnix coming down mid lane. Spurja is in the middle of the lane, has to watch out. Use the ultimate flashes, and will he get away? Pillar comes through. TVX flashes forwards, and Damas secures the kill with the rocket.
And a good roam from him, good job from Keep Yourself Alive. We're able to just easily pick up the kill. Spurja has used both of his summoners and still was not able to survive this. That is going to be the tier 1 turret mid lane, and they still have Rift Herald, so I expect them to place it down bot lane, or still lay the bull buff and try and maybe go top and pop it top lane.
But that is super huge for Keep Yourself Alive, as versus these control mages with great wave clear. usually have to use the Rift Curl to get to turret, but now they have a lot of options in their playhouse. And well, Onya's still winning the trades on top lane, but maybe Arnex is just baiting as Damas and TVX is yeah, over the walls. And well, it seems like Arnex is baiting this in. And Anya's flash, well, dashes in, has to flash, and will die to Damas, so second kill for the Skorky already. Now Spojas comes in for something, but he's trapped again.
Yeah, and the tier 2 turret is going to take some damage, but they do not use the Rift Herald.
And here comes Low Gnomes on bot lane. Desra might fall again, flashes away. Teleport comes in from Arnex. Now Desra will die and teleport is cancelled.
And Novas even used heal, Desra used flash, but still they did fall. Now Cladex has 2 kills for himself, so he's doing pretty good for now. As I would say the middle, I'd say the late game composition is for Keep Yourself Alive, while the late game I would say is more towards Team Conflict Gaming.
Well, late game for sure. Now Damas with the package is jumping on Spojas just like that, forcing out the dash and sending down lane dominance.
And Arnex just squaring out some vision in jungle and just wants to keep Onyas in the top lane, pressuring him as much as he can. But I think Arnex could just freeze the wave and yeah, just denies so much experience and gold from Onyas that he would most likely have to roam around the map. But I think even if he'd roam, Domas now is pretty strong, so he would most likely not fall there. So I think if Arnex would just freeze it, it should be fine.
And well, the only turret Keep Yourself Alive has to take now is the bottom turret. TVX will have the Herald timeout pretty soon, so he'll have to choose where to place it, and he places it down on mid lane. Drake's coming up. The second Drake of the game is Ocean Drake, so will help Arnex quite a lot, and Arnex will not get to 1v2, gets completely obliterated by Gnomes and Anyas.
Yeah, they trade the Rift Herald and an Arnex for Ocean Drake. I think they could have used the Rift Herald a lot better than they did, but I guess they just kind of forgot about it. But now Keep Yourself Alive able to pick up the bot lane turret. Team Coin from Gaming are trying to get that mid lane turret to fall, but Domas has a lot of wave core and is doing a lot of damage to Rift Wolf. Takes him to half health.
Well, you mentioned that in the first weeks we saw Damas just beasting on this Corki. Now on the last week also choosing to opt in for that. And well, Rift Wolf in trouble, uses his ultimate. Is pretty tanky though. Teleport comes in, but Rift Wolf dies.
Yeah, Rift Wolf falls there, and that is just going to give them a lot of pressure mid lane as Onyas. No, but who did you? Okay, nobody used TP. I thought I saw TP.
TP came in from Anyas, but Anyas cancelled it. And well, Nofa is in trouble as Little Nose splashes in. Desir will be the one to fall. Kurnikal comes down. Will he get the snipes? Damas gets slowed. 2 hits, and yeah, not enough damage for Clydex yet.
He does only have the Infinity Edge, so the most damage he does is when he crits somebody.
And they're jumping onto Arnex. Can Arnex turn this? And he can add another kill going to Anyas, and this might be enough for the Camille to get back into the game.
Yeah, 6-5. They are still 3k gold behind because of the turret disparity from both the teams, but they should be able to pick up the mid lane turret, I think. Okay, no, they won't be able to do so. But the 1-3-1 coming out as the Clydex now pushing in top. Well, not pushing out, but just picking up the minions, and Onyas is going to go bot side. As yeah, the next objective will be Baron. I think that is going
in 3 minutes.
Yeah, in 3 minutes.
So pretty soon both teams will try to contest the vision for Baron. Well, they will get some vision now, but we can see that there's a nasty pink ward near the blue buff for blue side. So Arnex has TP, and if Team Conflict Gaming are overextended, we might see a crazy teleport play from this Jace.
Yeah, but Rift Wolf did find the pink ward, is going to clear that out, so get some vision down there. Now TVX and Domus is looking for Onyas.
And well, who find whom? The pillar does not trap Onyas or anything. Now Little Gnomes comes in It's going to be Dezra as well over the wall, is looking to jump over it. And Gnomes gets the escape. The Trundle ultimate is making him squishy. But yeah, 5 people on bot lane for Spushers. Gets double Emperor's Divide. And well, TVX flashes away, gets healed. Rift Wolf not able to find the combo he wanted.
Yeah, but Arnex meanwhile just gets another turret for himself, and they just trade kills. Keep yourself alive, just keep trading kills for objectives, and I would say that benefits them more in the end, as the Arnex now is trying to get that inhibitor turret, and
he'll be able to do it. Gnomes was a little bit too slow on the play. Does not have the home guards from the minute 20 yet, as it's only 18th minute of the game.
Yeah, but they are now looking to find Arnex somewhere. They will spawn him on Bubuff, and Quadex is looking to get something there.
And Damas with the package. Will they try to turn this around? Clydex gets the kill. Now Spurja gets straddled by the the Valkyrie. We'll just chill out a little bit.
Yeah, but now nobody...
And Onyo's coming in. Hex, the Colored Maiden, coming in onto Damas. Damas is trying to kite this out. Still has the flash just in case. And he'll get out even without using it.
Yeah, but Dash and TVX both are not finished. They want to get something in return. Are not going to find anything. Is now we have the Azur's ultimate is back up. Rift Wolf doesn't have his yet. But they should be able to now push out middle and back to keep yourselves alive side. As keep yourself alive, others trying to get some vision around Baron.
And now, yeah, the Baron will come into play. Arnex has both summoners up, will take blue buff for himself just to complement the Ocean Drake. And will be able to just spam his abilities over and over again. Camille on top side, so for now, no one will answer his split push.
Yeah, and Camille is going on to Damas, gets some damage onto him.
Well, Damas trying to turn this around. The damage not equal, but takes Anya's to half health.
And that is going to be enough. Now Arnex split pushing bot lane.
And the solo Clydex, he has to be careful there.
Yeah, he could just be one-shotted if he is not too careful. Has Ninja Tabais, but still it won't help him too much in that situation, as Nofas is farming down mid lane against Forjais. And they are just trying to pressure all 3 lanes so that Team Config Gaming have to react, and when they do, keep yourself alive and just go for the Baron.
And Clydex has been a sleeper this game, getting 4 kills already from these skirmishes. And well, he is looking to get that Gensu's Rage Blade now, as he already has Infinity Edge plus Rapid Fire Cannon.
And after he gets that, he'll start doing a lot of damage if he can get it onto the right targets. As Keep Yourself Alive are pretty squishy. Usually Trundle gets tanky because there's an enemy tank that he can ult. He can only ult the Rift Wolf, really.
And well, talking about Rift Wolf might get caught out. Is looking to delay them for a little bit, but does not take too much time to chunk him down. Now, Keep Yourself Alive might look for the Baron now, as Onyas is on bot lane trying to just clear versus Arnex.
And the Baron is started up, and they do take it really fast with Domas and Nofas there. But
Mountain Drake coming into play, and will Spurjas be able to get the steal, and TVX with the smite.
Yeah, TVX gets the smite off. Camille did TP in, and this is a 4 versus 4 now. As Arnex is just...
And Dezra falling to Clydex, gets completely destroyed by the 4-shot. Nofas is in trouble as well. Hex, the Colored Maiden, will get him stuck there. And now Arnex with the Baron buff pushing down bot lane.
Yeah, but Domus is going to get a solo kill onto Onyas, and Rift Wolf is the only one to try and defend the base. But Team Config Gaming are trying to roam and maybe find the kills. Now Sport is in trouble. Domus is just going to deal so much damage. But oh,
and Clydex with the shutdown.
Such a turnaround for them. Now Window Gnome is solo taking the Drake, but he is going to be stopped by TVX and Arnex there.
And that is the Infernal Drake. Gnome still has the flash, but he's going to fall to Arnex.
And that should be an Infernal Drake for Keep Yourself Alive. Nobody will be able to stop them there. And yeah, there's 3 Drakes for them. Window Gnomes started the Drake a bit too early. I guess he thought that he could pick it up before anybody comes and stops him. That was not the case this time, and yeah, another Drake goes to keep yourself alive.
And well, this Jace will have a little bit more leeway, I would say, with the Infernal Drake, as Jace does seem to, well, tend to fall off in the later game, but a little bit of AD will always help out when you get raw lethality in your build.
And Office and Dash are both now looking to get, just keep pushing in mid lane as the 1-3-1 again coming out strong. And this is the playstyle that keep yourself alive to play. Just keep 1-3-1ing, trying to split up the enemy team, and then from there try and get some plays. Now they are trying to get vision in the enemy bot side jungle so that Arnex would be a bit safer in the split push, and also maybe try and steal away the red.
And a big chunk taken down from Arnex. Yeah, from Arnex, and well, this Jace already with the poke. So we have to see if Team Conflict Gaming are able to engage this, because it seems like that's the only option for them.
And Sports is going to answer Domus's push mid lane. Domus is not going to keep going. Riffle all the while looking to maybe get a flash combo, is not going to go for it, as yeah, Nofis and Death gets the vision, and if he would have stayed there, would have been trapped.
And Arnex has 2-level lead on the Camille. Has to be careful though, he was killed a couple of times by Noms and Anyas, but I'm pretty confident that he can still 1v1 the Camille.
Yeah, now Arnex is going to find Widow Gnome in the jungle, and Gnomes are just going to fall.
Or is he can flash over the wall. Now Chain Corruption comes in, but only on the Alistar. He instantly cleanses it. The Deadly Flourish does not land on the TVX, and that's going to be the end of the exchange. And Spurja is with swift feet dodging the Shock Blast.
Yeah, but Dom is now in trouble. He's going to try and execute there. Will not find it.
And will he find Clydex? Clydex falling really low. But yeah, Anyas with another kill. Now Kernical comes down, but is only used to clear the minions.
I will not find any targets, as Nofis is left, is just going alone.
He has summoners, so he will probably be able to get away if Nam decided to engage, but he was a little bit too far, did not have the flash himself. So yeah, keep yourself alive, need to be more careful. With the split push, they have a good idea what they need to do, but the execution is just not there. And if it takes too much time, I can see Team Conflict Gaming just obliterating them in one team fight.
And Jay just, after like the 40-minute mark, 35-minute mark, I would even say, Jay, you just have to win one team fight to win the game. The Team Conflict Gaming don't have too much of pushing composition, as Jhin has to take a bit of time to get to turrets.
But they have the Azir, and with Ginsu's Rage Blade now finished on the Jhin, he'll have ridiculous amounts of AD, as it can go up to like 1800 and such.
I think it was a bug that it got so high.
It's still, it was a bug when you could get like over 8K. 4K, 8K. Now, it was disabled, and in a couple of tournaments, since it seems to be still bugged, but it's open for solo queue, it's open for BESL. So yeah, we'll have to see if Jhin can reach that late game spike. As yeah, imagine like Jhin critting you for 2K health. Now Arnex getting Deadly Flourish, Hex the Cloud Maiden comes in, Teleport from Damas will dissuade them to back. Can they get the snipes? Both members from Team Conflict Gaming super low. Kill comes through from Clydex. Now Rift Wolf gets 1 kill. It's 4 members on the bot lane and 2 for nothing for Team Conflict Gaming. Meanwhile, bot lane from Keep Yourself Alive are trying to push down the inhibitor. Will they be fast enough?
They won't be able to pick it up. Dash is going to fall there. Riffle gets the knockup onto Nofis, and that should die there.
Riffle just playing with Nofis used the Higgs flash to get there. Yeah. And yeah, 4 kills just like that going for Team Conflict Gaming. Might be 5 as the Emperor's Divide comes in. TVX does have flash, will flash over, but both of the members flash, yeah. And that's an ace, but I don't think that Team Conflict Gaming will be able to pick up anything. Maybe a couple turrets, a couple tier ones, mid and top lane. But they should be looking to reset, because in 50 seconds Baron and the next Drake is coming up, and the next Drake is going to be another Inferno Drake.
Yeah, and they would want to pick that up. As if they don't, then it's going to be, make them. It's going to be harder for them to finish off the game. But if they get that, then it's going to be. They'll be able to deal so much damage in team fights and just go through Arnex and Domus's. The biggest problem is that they have Braum as a tank and I guess TVX, but both of them aren't really tanky enough yet, and they just get they're too squishy for now.
They're too squishy, but yeah. Keep Yourself Alive won't get any more tankier, well, at least not significantly tankier, with this team composition. So let's see what they can do.
Now, Team Conflict Gaming are going to Inferno Drake, and Keep Yourself Alive are going to start it, but it doesn't seem like anybody's going to question it, as they just pick it up so fast. And those are two Inferno Drakes, but Gnomes is trying to go in. He's going to just fall there.
And yeah, Gnomes gets deleted. Now, can they turn this? They have the damage, but Chain of Corruption snaring everyone. And it's going to be a shutdown onto Spurgeis. Now, they have to be careful. They have to disengage, otherwise it's going to be like, yeah, Inhibitor plus the Baron so far. It should be only the Baron. And they flash towards Kalydex. Here comes Anya's. Now, they are trying to dance around, but Kalydex falls, and so does Anya's. 4 kills for Keep Yourself Alive. This might be the game.
Yeah, they could be able to just finish off the game here. They have the damage, they have the wave clear, they have the push, they have the minions as well, the Banner of Command and Earth Drake. So
and 2 Infernos.
So yeah, they just take to it so fast. But will they? And yeah, Riffle is going to fall, but as well, Arnex is going to fall as well. The second turret falls, and yeah, that is game 1 between Keep Yourself Alive and Falcon eSports. They were able to win this one, as it did look pretty shaky at the end there.
Yeah, it seemed like Keep Yourself Alive not executing well enough, but it was, I guess, good enough. They got the final team fight, and that's all they needed. 30 minutes into the game. All you need is one team fight. They had open Inhibitor. Well, they did not go for that, but still, they had an option to go for that. They were decisive in their push power, and yeah, got 1 ace. Kalydex died only 1 time in the last team fight, and yeah, was not able to carry this game. As a great, I would say, an excellent ultimate from Nofis, just carrying the game.
Yeah, and from the damage graph, we can see that Arnex doing the most damage in the game, was able to just 1v1 the lane matchup. Onya's a bit, I guess, disrespecting the damage, not really, or maybe just not knowing how much damage Jace can do. And from that, he was just able to snowball the top lane there. At the mid game, yeah, it seemed like Team Conflict Gaming are coming back, because Keep Yourself Alive were overextending and making like plays that they shouldn't, or just didn't need to. They wanted to just fight for the sake of fighting, and lost those fights. But then the last fight on the Inferno Drake, the Team Conflict Gaming, I guess, thought that they could just win the team fight from going in, and then I think the EQ combo from Jace landed on 3 people, and the Chain of Corruption landed on all of the Team Conflict Gaming's members, and they just died from there.
And I would say that was a super questionable play from Team Conflict Gaming, as they went in after the Drake was gone.
Yeah,
and fighting against 2 Infernal Drakes without like vision control. They did not have vision of the pit. They did not have vision of all the members. So yeah, that was a game 1 between Team Conflict Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive. Pretty interesting game to watch, especially if you're a Jace player.
Yeah.
If you want to see how to dominate the lane, watch this game again. Now we have to remind you that after the next game, we're going to have a giveaway for the Hypertown Riga Expo. And all you have to do is participate in the chat, be really active, and after the next game, we'll announce the winner. Until then, we'll take a short break, after which second game between Team Conflict Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive will take place.
All we are. never forgive Lakita for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top-seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
welcome back to the BSL. We're in the second champion select between Keep Yourself Alive versus Team Coin Flip Gaming. And well, this time, Keep Yourself Alive on the blue side, they ban out the Kaiser. So maybe looking to go for the Caitlyn or Tristana maybe? We'll have to see.
Yeah, could be. Well, they did ban out Kaiser last game as well, so maybe they just haven't played a champion too much and they don't want to play against it. As Quadex has played a lot of Kaiser in solo queue games. Don't want to see that one. And we saw I think a perfect game from him where he was like 17-0 or something like that once. So yeah, you don't want to leave Kaiser open against Quadex.
And the same Fizz band and Orn band. So same bands as in the first game. The side change does not really change that much, but we'll have to see. And I want to see Swain being picked up. I don't know why players are not practicing it. Maybe they cannot get it in solo queue or anything since it's perm banned. But yeah, Jace. So they recognize that Arnex can play Jace. Anya said like, no, please, I don't want to play against that anymore. And now Jace is going to be banned out. But now it would be interesting to see a Camille first pick here from Arnex.
Yeah, that could happen. But it is going to be the Kha'Zix. And I know Kha'Zix is pretty strong, but I still kind of don't like the Kha'Zix first pick, at least in BSL, because most of the teams don't play it. I don't expect Gnomes to pick it up, as when the team hasn't looked as good as when he goes with something like Xingzhao or Jax. So yeah, I don't want that, but maybe they just didn't want. They want to get those counter picks in the other lane, so they just first pick that.
And well, again, Caitlyn banned from Team Coin Flip Gaming side, and what will be the first pick?
Soraka.
Let's see. Soraka locked in. So far, well, Soraka seems to be a placeholder, and Soraka is Alistar.
Okay, so the same Alistar as before. Rifu feels like hits his best champion, wants to play that again, and they had a pretty good game. Rifu was just, I think, caught out only like once or twice, so it wasn't too bad, because before, I think with Rifu the problem was that he gets caught out a lot as a support, and a Skarner pickup for Gnomes, so a pretty good pick potential for them now.
Now let's see, there's Janna, however. Now Janna could go against the Alistar, I guess.
Yeah.
Janna has a really strong laning phase, is able to completely negate everything that Alistar wants to do. And versus Skarner, we might just see a peel comp with Kha'Zix and additional carries, but as I say that, Gangplank locked in. Now, it's probably going to be a top lane Gangplank.
It most likely, yeah.
And it kind of forces out a Camille from Anya's.
Yeah.
Since if he picks up tank, then
it's going to be really hard for him.
Really hard for him, and well, maybe Tryndamere. What can we know?
Could be.
But I guess
I heard
Tryndamere
a little bird whispered in my ear that if they lose the first game, they would go with Tryndamere top for the second game, but we'll see what happens.
And Dr. Mundo locked in, but that is not Dr. Mundo. That is Camille.
Oh, the Camille comes out again.
So a smart draft from Keep Yourself Alive, but now they have to keep themselves alive, because Camille is able to demolish Gangplank in the early game and completely snowball the matchup.
Yeah, I expect that TVX will be top lane a lot to just help out as much as he can, and just try and maybe snowball the Gangplank's matchup. And now I expect there would be something pretty, like, I guess Varus was a really good pickup. I think they could go with that again this time on the bot lane, and then they'll have the pressure from the Gangplank ultimate as well. And if they go with something like Ryze, then also that could help out, and then just try and maybe forget about top lane and just give Nofaz all the resources.
And Zed banned against Damus and Kassadin as well, so banning out those champions, which would not be the greatest of blind picks, but well, time after time we've seen that when players win game one, they are pretty, and if they win by a significant fashion, they tend to go for those ballsy matchups in the second one. Maybe not the greatest ones, but well, those are banned out. Maybe Damask still has champions, still has assassins to pull out, but
he
we'll
still
have
has
to see.
Corki, yeah.
well, could go for the Corki as well. That would be the safe option, but I think the Damas really wants to play something interesting here.
Could be. And Echo is still open. He could go with that. And what else did he play a lot?
And Nofez locks in the Vayne versus Tristan, which is not a terrible matchup since Tristan's range is lower than Vayne's. Can you imagine that? Some
At
AD
the
carry.
start of the game.
An AD carry with a lower range than Vayne.
Velvution also, I think, has a lower range, right? Or the same.
It's the same, I think. Maybe not. Maybe 25 range difference now. And, well, Damas locks in the Rise. You talked about this before the first picks and bans. It was left completely open, I think.
Yeah, I think it wasn't touched.
And now locks in for the second game. And a pretty interesting comp from Keep Yourself Alive. But still fits their playstyle with the 1-3-1 comp with solo outplay potential from basically every lane.
Yeah, and they'll have a lot of roaming as well. The Rise ultimate helps out. Gangplank's ultimate helps out. There's a lot of pressure around the map. And I like seeing the champs like that. I do think that they're going to prioritize bot lane a lot. Just try and give Nofez all the resources that they can.
But if they prioritize bot lane, top lane is going to be left on an island, which could backfire. But we'll have to see that. Now, we have to remind you that after this game, we'll have the giveaway for the Hypertown Rig Expo. Now, to participate in it, just write, be active in chat. What do you think about this
champ select?
This champ select. Do you think Team Conflict Gaming can take the game too, or will just be a 2-0 from Keep Yourself Alive?
Yeah.
And yeah, till then, while players are getting ready, we'll go into a short break, after which taking a place between Keep Yourself Alive versus Team Conflict Gaming will take place.
You spray. You trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
And we are back into the BSL. Second game is already loaded, and it's Keep Yourself Alive versus Team Coinflip Gaming. And well, let's see what we'll see from this one. And already Team Coinflip Gaming looking for an invade.
Yeah, maybe they Helvis came in as their coach, said, "Yo guys, we have to invade against that Vayne." But yeah, Keep Yourself Alive get a word, and they will scout it out fast enough.
And they do not know that. Maybe Nofes can just poke them out a little bit. They're just playing with them. And yeah, I want to see. I'm pretty hyped for this Vayne. We do not see Vaynes often.
Yeah, and I think all the Vaynes we have seen, they always lose. Like we saw Roper 6 play Vayne, he lost.
But he got like 5 kills in the early game.
And then the serial game versus Iron Wolves, where Optimus picked up Vayne, but they lost. And I think we saw one more Vayne, but I don't remember which one who picked it up.
And now, I don't know actually how this one going to go. I'm pretty excited to see if Agnes can redeem himself from game 1 on this Camille. He is in a favorable matchup. Now, starting out with Doran Shield will have enough healing from the W as well. And if Arnix will have a rough time poking Agnes down, and he has to be careful because there's a constant all-in pressure coming in from this Camille.
Yeah, the Arnix didn't have to wish for his team, while Nofus had to wish. So Quadex got a bit of a lead there, and didn't pick up every single minion, and it's pretty hard against Astro Stun to get all 3 of them. So well played by him.
It's not that hard. But yeah, Klydex and Tristana is in a prime position to carry, and both him and Spurja is on the late game scaling champions. Camille also really good into late game. But they're up against Vayne, and Rise, which might not be the strongest of late game champions. He does not fall off heavily. And well, already on bot lane, trades coming in, and Riftwolf taking the short hand of that.
Yeah, has to use his potion, but has 3 of them. Won't mind using 1 to heal himself up. But as the level 2 comes in, it's going to be really hard for Team Coinflip Gaming to do anything in this lane, as Destro, Vayne John is a pretty hard lane, but they go on to Nofus. And Nofus is going to survive this.
And meanwhile, on mid lane, TVX and Damas killing. Spurja is getting his flash out. Now, they did burn their flashes as well, combined with the Ignite from Damas. So some summoner change, but yeah, first blood going for the Kazakhs, and that might be super crucial to getting his lanes even more ahead, or maybe just getting kills for himself and being able to one-shot anyone on site.
Yeah, as in the late game, I would say he'll have to one-shot one of the carries so that they could focus down the other one. While Veigar will want to do the same, maybe just one-shot Doma so that he can't do anything, and then try and 5v4 the fight. As both the top laners pretty even right now.
Agnes in a rough spot, does not have enough mana to go all in. Now, Rift Wolf on bot lane just dies, goes in with the head, but gets cancelled under the turret. So yeah, a kill going to Nofus.
And that's just what they want. If Nofus can get a lead on bot lane, then it's going to be really hard for Tristan to do anything in that lane. As yeah, Nofus can cancel out the jump with his Condemn if he times it right.
And if he gets, yeah, he will probably opt in for those boots after the first back. That is the most common build for Vayne. He can also go BF Sword. Desert taking a little bit of damage on bot lane, but it does not matter. Just zoning out Klydex so that Nofus can get a free recall.
Yeah. Now
TVX looking for something on top lane, but Noms is nearby, so it might be a 2v2. Agnes has no mana for the hookshot. Will he be able to get away? Uses the adaptive forces, and yeah, they might even turn for this. But Agnes has to be careful, still has flash just in case. And he flashes away. Now TVX has no flash himself, but Arnex already with the teleport. This weighs Gnams to go further in.
Yeah, and They got out of that pretty safe. I thought that somebody is going to die there.
Well, mid lane, Damas trapped, gets hit under the turret, and that should be a kill. Or is it? And Rift Wolf secures it. Spurja is falling to like 10 HP or something, gets held back from the level up. And yeah, getting a kill onto Damas is pretty good, but now he cannot push out the wave himself.
And Office looking to trade with...
Dazer might go in with the flash or something. Charges up the tornado. And will he get to kill one more auto attack? But he gets stunned. And Dazer might fall for him since the second tornado not landing as well. And Nams secures it.
Yeah, and that's just a bit of a... That's to try too much. He had flash, so he wanted to maybe flash auto attack Sporges, but was not able to do so because of the CC chain, as Onyos goes in on Arnex.
Arnex has level 6 though, so Onyos does not want to continue this. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Onyos will get level 6 after a couple of minions. Here it comes, and now if he can get an engage and dodging like a barrel or or just a Q from Gangplank with the ultimate, he might be able to outplay Arnex.
And Office just went too far up to farm, and yeah, Riffle was able to just get his combo out on that, and just the follow-up from Tristana is pretty easy to do so, to follow up, and gets the kill there. Now Gnom's looking for TVX and is going to find him, but did he want to find him?
Gnom's falling a little bit too low, has no flash, no rocket jump comes in from Clydex. Clydex gets the reset. And will he get TVX? He gets TVX. Desir might be the next one, but he's pretty healthy. Combo comes in from Rift Wolf. Desir flashes away and will be saved. Cannon Barrage comes in, but a little bit too late, I would say. Did not change the fight.
Yeah, and Domus flashed on Sporges, and I guess he thought that he would deal more damage than he did. Did just waste the flash there, and was not able to pick up anything from that. Gnomes now just will steal away the red buff from TVX. If he's going to be fast enough, TVX is going there.
And 2 kills on the Tristana already. 7 minutes in, that's pretty huge, because if Tristana can get an early lead, that will nullify all the early game weaknesses of the champion.
Yeah, and Gnomes now looking to...
With the Predator, gets condemned, but Desir has no flash. Will he survive? Clydex gets the dead kill with the explosive shot.
Yeah, and Clydex just slowly popping off, and if he can continue this, then he should be just able to 1v9 this game. As if you get the lead early as Tristana, it's really easy to just keep the lead growing and growing.
And well, mid lane and top, yeah, mid lane, the lane that is, I would say, heavily winning for keep yourself alive, since even though Ryze can just wave clear indefinitely in the early game, versus the Veigar, it's a pretty tall task to do, because Veigar can just push out the wave. And Anya's going in on top lane. TVX is there to answer the kill, and well, he gets slowed. Electrocute comes in, and the second Q. But what happened there? Anya's healed up.
Anya's got the shield from...
Yeah, got the shield.
And was able to survive the damage, but that wasn't enough. Riftwolf is looking to help out Sporges in mid lane. But Dasher is also there. He is 2 levels behind.
They have the pink ward, so they'll see this coming. And the cage does not stun Damas.
Yeah. Now, Gnomes does have ultimate. He could just try and get something. TVX is going to try and steal it away, and he does steal away the Scuttle Crab. And Gnomes is just going to fall back, not trying to do anything there. As Clydex tried to all in no fast, but the Condemn comes out to help him out. Riftwolf is trying to...
And they might dive again, because I think that they have enough damage.
And TVX just gets killed, and now Domus is next in line and is going to fall from the roam of Onyos, and those are 2 easy kills for them. 3-8 right now, 2k ahead. Team Creative Gaming is 2k ahead, and this is what they want, just keep growing the lead.
Now they have to get the first turret. Bottom lane turret is pretty low, and well, so far beautiful condemns coming down, and there's ignite onto Clydex. Will he survive? And he gets a kill on top of that. What happened there? Guardian coming in, saving Kleidex says the last hour from Rafas, he thought he would be able to get the kill, get one auto attack, but he just got popped instantly.
Yeah, and he also helped a lot. Spoja is now clearing vision.
And Spoja might die here, but he flashed away. TVX jumps forward, but the cage is just zoning them in case they want to dive further.
And Onius now, I would say, has complete control over top lane. Has been able to win all the trades, and it's really hard for Gangplank to do anything.
Valky jumps in again, has the ultimate, so probably with the next hookshot he'll try to dive Arnax.
He could try. He has to prepare the Q, and he has.
And on mid lane it's a 3v2. Damas is going to fall to Spojais. Gnoms is chasing down TVX, but the minions are blocking him.
Those damn minions every single time blocking everybody. Well, Nofus has been able to just free farm bot lane. Well, not really free farm, because if he oversteps too much, then Kleidex could just go with the all in.
And what 20 CS behind on this Vayne, almost 30, and Kleidex with 4 kills. With the next recall, he should have his either static shiv or the rapid fire cannon if he decides to go for some cheeky builds to get even more damage out in teamfights, safer ones. And the trade on bot lane going in favor of Kleidex, and that's expected from this Tristana.
Yeah, he has 4 kills, and also the BF Sword and Zeal, as well as the Berserker Greaves have been finished on him. Now they are going to try and dive Nofas as Onios gets a 1v2 kill topside, and Nofas is getting back.
1-for-1 on the top lane. Now Nofas in trouble, flashes away. Gnoms will not be able to chase him down, and that should be the first third blood going in favor for Team Coinflip Gaming.
And they just slowly keep growing the lead, and if they should go topside now. Quadix and Riftwolf, both of them just go topside and start getting that turret as well.
I would say that they should take the Cloud Drake here. Cloud Drake is super good with Skarner because all you want to do is run at the enemies, and a quick rotation. Damas not even close. He's in river, will get zoned out, and they will get significant damage on mid lane as well.
Yeah, the tornado comes in to just damage the minions, but will it be enough?
And Desra stunned and will die. Spoja is with the cheeky ultimate, just killing after Desra flashed.
Yeah, but now Gnomes will be cut out in the jungle. Is he going to be able to survive? It does not seem so. He did not use Impale to to take a target with him, and if he would have, I think he could have secured a kill for his team as well. But
well, he wanted to just survive, and now Kleidex jumping in, and Damas flashes away. And already Team Coinflip Gaming, it seems like they know what they have to do. The rotations are there. Getting the first turret now. Tristana will have the static shiv. Probably, yes, that's the static shiv coming in. Top lane also dominating, well, in terms of like lane pressure, I would say. CS are still even. So if Arnax can get his Trinity Force before Anyas gets his, he should have an upper edge for a couple minutes.
Yeah, but now Destra and TVX both are topside, as well as Kleidex and Riftwolf now topside are going to start pushing down that top lane turret. Spoja Gnomes was able to solo the Drake, so that's a Cloud Drake picked up for them. The mid lane turret should not fall here, as Spoja gets his blue buff. We'll have a lot of clear potential now.
And the next Drake is going to be Inferno Drake, and that is so perfect for Team Coinflip Gaming, as in 6 minutes when Drake's going to spawn, they should be able to get all the important objectives on the top side and rotate back to the bottom lane.
Yeah, and I think Nofus, Nofus will have a lot of trouble against Camille, so he can't really go bot lane, but I think that Arnax has an easier time now together with Destra just farming out the top lane waves against Kleidex and Riftwolf, because they can't really do anything because of the barrel wave clear.
But someone needs to answer this. Camille and Arnax is the best shot at it.
Yeah, as they do make the roam around the map. Now Kleidex gets the bomb onto the turret, is going to try and pop that.
Well, big crit going in onto Desra, and TVX jumps over, but he gets spotted.
And Team Coin for Gaming just going to play it safe, not too much.
And well, Anya's with the X-Tech ultimatum onto Damas. Damas juking around but will die to Spoja's. Meanwhile, TVX with the big shutdown is looking for a double, but here comes Rift Wolf over the wall, or is he? Just playing around.
Using that Hextech flash. The mid lane turret will fall now, as because of the roam of Quadex and Rift Wolf. The top lane tier 1 is the only one left standing, but they could just pick up the Rift Herald now, as there's nobody that could really do anything about it, and it does seem like they are going to go for it.
And so far, I really like the macro game from Team Coinflip Gaming. They are making like not only like textbook plays, but also adaptive plays with the, I would say, in-between moves. Between roaming from bot to top, they chose to take a little, well, get a little bit of damage on mid lane turret, then they went up, then back to mid lane, forced people to move away from the top, and now Kalydex is looking to finish off the top lane turret.
And yeah, should be able to do it with this wave, as the roam from Riftwolf and Lattelecom comes as well to just secure that one, so nobody gets any ideas there. And Sporters has been able to just stand in the middle, not getting killed too much. Had that one death because of the early flash from Domas and TVX, but now Domas with 4 deaths hasn't had the game that he would want to, but still 141 CS.
And Veigar also, not even late game, even at mid game, will be pretty huge, and Veigar is one of those champions which just keep on going in terms of scaling, so it's going to be interesting seeing that. Dezra has to be careful, because it's going to be pretty easy to one-shot that. Meanwhile, talking about one-shots, Spojas has to flash away as TVX comes in, and now Dama is in trouble, will die again, and Kalydex with the 5th kill of the game. Will they go for the Rift Herald play now?
They could try to do it. GOEXANIMO did not, and yeah, they do.
All 5 members on mid lane. And yeah, that's going to be middle tier 2 going for Team Coinflip Gaming, and 4-0 turret lead for them so far.
Yeah, and doesn't seem like they are going to contest the inhibitor turret, as Quadex goes top lane to pick that wave up for himself. Spojas clears out the jungle vision together with Riftwolf, but a TP coming out from
Damas. Will Damas find something here? TVX is there together with Dezra and Nofaz. But yeah, just a pressure play. I don't know if they got anything from that, because, well, they got the top lane control, topside control, but nothing's on topside for now.
Yeah, no.
And the Baron, most important thing about Baron is that it's going to spawn only 20 seconds, well, near 17 seconds after the Drake. So if, that really dissuades, keep yourself alive from trying to trade Dragon for Baron, as Team Coinflip Gaming should be able to pick both of them up.
Yeah, and they should try, and I think that they should go for the Drake here. So I believe Quadex should go bot lane, and Onya should go top side, as he does have TP. But actually they could just go with Veigar bot lane, Onya's top lane, and Quadex and Riftwolf mid lane, as both of them have TPs.
But yeah, let's see. Onya's still pushing down bot lane, and I don't know about that, because I completely agree with you said, like at the start, that Onya should go top lane, because if Spojas goes top lane, he really wants to be closer to the Dragon, really wants to be early in the fight, as Camille can join in later with the ultimate, with the hook shots, and try to look for a TP flank.
Yeah, but now it does seem like Gnomes is going to be the solo one to take the Drake. Tries to get some vision around, or clear some vision rather, and is just staying there. Is going to try and take it solo, and he could go for the TVX's topsides though.
And well, rest of Team Coinflip Gaming will join in to help all 5 members to secure this Infernal Drake, and after they get this, they're in prime position to take Baron.
And they'll have even more damage. Justin now has 2 items, is looking to finish that 3rd item, that is going to be most likely the rapid fire cannon. Well, while Vega actually went with the Shirelius.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I don't know, I've seen a lot of people building Shirelius as first or second items on basically any AP champion. And this one helps his team as well as, well, mostly Skarner.
Yeah.
But still, they want to heavy engage the enemy since they're so far ahead. 7k at 20 minutes, that is pretty massive. And yeah, Clydex pushes out the top lane. They have the vision in the top side jungle. They should just look to get Drake now. What they should not look for is fights without Clydex there. And the fight started, but Nolfaz gets completely one-shotted by Spurgeis. And what will they get? Second kill. Shield comes in now. Gnom's falling lower. And Clydex with the first kill jumps in onto Damas. Damas flashes away, but does not matter since the fourth shot already came in from Clydex and he got another reset. But Damas takes one with him. Kills Rift Wolf and double kill for Clydex.
Yeah, and Onions meanwhile got to Soki onto Dash, so that's 4 for 1. That should be a free Baron for Team Comfort Gaming, and they are going to start it almost 10k ahead. Keep yourself alive, and this is going to be a really hard one. After this one, after the Baron, it's going to be really hard for Keep Yourself Alive to keep their base intact.
Because I think at this point, even Spurgeis can 1v2 anyone, as he can pretty much one-shot everyone on Keep Yourself Alive team. Maybe not Damas, since he got a little bit of magic resist, but yeah, he could just go top lane with the teleport, or mid lane as well, and they could try for 1-3-1, or at worst case scenario, what they're going to do is 4-1.
Yeah.
But still, they need, if they decide to go for 4-1, they need to set the side lane slow pushing, so they can take multiple inhibitors or something like that in a row.
And Onias, they are starting to go with the 1-3-1, I guess. As Onias is bot lane again, but
yeah, well, he's looking for TVX. TVX falling pretty low from W alone, and will he die? No, he runs away. The slow from barrel stops him, and Dam is dying again, 7th time in this game. Spurgeis has been picking up kills left and right.
Yeah, has been able to get all of them now. Guidex is pushing in top lane, and they don't have too big of a wave, so won't be able to pick up the turret now, but with the next wave should be able to do so.
And now Anya's in trouble. Nofez and Desiree caught him off guard, and yeah, he was not able to 1v2 Wayne Janna.
Yeah, but meanwhile, top lane Aquatics just picks up the turret. They are going to start to get inhibitor turret as well. Shouldn't have too much problems to do it, as Groves is running
comes in just to scare everyone away. A fast Scorpio on the run. And Volcan Barrage comes in. Arnex is looking for something, but they still get inhibitor. Now, will they be able to chase it down? Now, Rise Out comes in, and they are going to get destroyed as TVX falls instantly. Double kill for Spurgeis. Clydex is looking for resets. Can he get a couple more hits? Triple kill. Quadro kill coming in for Spurgeis, and one more hit. Will Desiree give it up? It seems like he will not, but they are chasing it down. They really want to give this to Spurgeis. One more hit, one more Q should do it, and pentakill coming down for Spurgeis, and that should be the game too, and a 1-1 score between Team Coinflip Gaming and Keep Yourself Alive.
Yeah, well, this was more intense. Well, this one, the first game I would say was more intensive. This time, Team Coinflip Gaming were able to get the lead, and then from there just win the game. As yeah, the Coinflip Keep Yourself Alive were not able to get back, not find the targets that they need to, and just kept on getting caught out. So yeah, and like from these two games, what I want to say is that I feel like Team Coinflip Gaming are better than Keep Yourself Alive.
And yeah, it sure looks like that. In the first game, it was one unlucky team fight after, well, they got, I would say, demolished in laning phase, but they were able to come back, and well, one big one-ball combo was enough to end them in game one, but game two pretty dominant coming in from Team Coinflip Gaming. Clydex didn't die once, so didn't Noms. Clydex with 706 score on Tristan Spurgeis. getting the pentakill at the end, ending the game with 11, 2, and 6. And well, it seemed like they found what they wanted, and draft was also pretty good for them. It seemed like Keep Yourself Alive was forcing them into these picks, but at the end they were not prepared to face them.
Yeah, and yeah, really good game from Team Conflict Gaming. The first one also was, I would say, Team Conflict Gaming's game to win, but they lost it because of the one team fight and the questionable decision to take that team fight. The second one got the lead in the early game, and from that was able to just escalate the game and win it from there.
And yeah, this was an interesting match, and we'll take a short break, after which we'll have an interview with one of the players from Team Conflict Gaming.
G's than the L. I want more 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 G's than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
welcome back to the BSL, and well, we got Spožais, the mid laner from Team Conflict Gaming.
The guy who got the pentakill.
The guy who got the pentakill. So, what's up, Spožais? How are you doing after these 2 games?
Hello, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be on this interview.
So, great to hear that. Now, after the first game, I would say it was pretty unlucky, as the last team fight did not go well for you, but it seemed like you had an upward trend to come back in the game. Now, how did you adapt from game 1 to game 2 to show this kind of a dominant fashion?
Well, to be honest, both games Domas was pressuring me hard, and he was obviously the better mid laner. But the difference between the first game and second game, I had a champion who can catch him out, so we just punished him for his better laning and better playstyle, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, so this week you went 1-1, and you were like contesting the second place in the BSL with I think 4 or 5 other teams. What do you think? What are your chances of being one of the 4 teams that go to LAN?
Well, I think our chances are pretty slim. They would be better if we went 2-0 against KS, but I guess we won't make it to top 4 since we only have to play against Iron Wolves, which doesn't look very promising. So yeah, I think I should wish good luck to top 4 teams, and yeah.
Well, Surreal Gaming did win the game, so what's stopping you guys?
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not sure whether Iron Wolves will underestimate us like that, because they low-key trolled in their games, I guess. So yeah, but of course we will try our best.
Well, pretty humble answers so far. Now, could you tell us a little bit of insight? What happened in the last fight when you already got like 2 or 3 kills? What happened in the voice comms?
Well, we obviously, how can I say this? We communicated for me to get the last 5th kill. That was a team effort. We all went for it. I got it, so thanks to my team. Thanks to Desra for giving the penta. And yeah.
Now, you had a really dominant second game as a team in general. It seems like you have a team all on the same page. Now even giving you the penta. And yeah, pretty well showing from Team Conflict Gaming in general. So what would you like to say to your fans? Maybe, well, there are probably a lot of people who are still cheering you up to get in the top 4. Well, we still believe that you could do it. So what do you want to say to your fans?
Well, to my fans, my #1 fan is Kaiser. I suggest that he wards the Tribush in 3rd minute. And to all other my fans, go play on U West, and good luck in solo queue, and thanks for cheering us up.
Thank you for the interview, and well, that was Spožais from Team Coinflip Gaming, and a pretty humble interview.
Yeah, humble. I didn't expect it to be this humble.
After a game like that, getting the pentakill, like playing it safe.
Yeah.
Because you know, when games like these happen and you do not play it safe, it could backfire. But this was the last game of the regular season, so why do that? Worst case scenario, if you do not manage to get to LAN, you can always like, well, you will have to only prove yourselves the next season.
Yeah.
So till then, you can be the king. You can talk all you want. But yeah, they talked the talk and played the play. Pretty much.
And played the play. Yeah. That was Spožais, Team Conflict Gaming. They won the second game. Big claps to them. Really nice. 1-1 this time. So maybe we can check out the schedule of how the week went for now and how it is going to look forward when we go forward.
So today we started out with Iron Wolves versus Surreal Gaming. Now, Surreal Gaming was not able to gather their roster fast enough. So at the end, they get like an emergency roster changes, getting like pickup players from the chat, and somehow winning the game versus Iron Wolves and picking up their first win and well, the only win
Yeah.
in the BSL, but big props to them afterwards. 1-1 versus Team Coinflip Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive. Really interesting matchup. First game was more like an individual show coming in from Arnax, getting the Jace pick, snowballing everything, and at the end stopping Team Coinflip Gaming from a comeback. While second game, Team Coinflip Gaming getting an early lead, and that, well, it could be like a lesson to all the other teams how to properly play the macro, how to rotate around the map, because they did not waste any time of the map.
Yeah, and Wednesday we'll see Žalgiris eSports play against Vegan Unit 4, and on Friday we'll see the match of the week, Team Solomon versus Imantas 5, and Falcon eSports versus NACL.
So Falcon eSports versus NACL, the last game of the regular season. It should be fun. It should be fun because, well, from one side, NACL does not have like a realistic chance to go to the LAN, but Falcon eSports really need those victories.
Yeah,
so
they really need those wins, and if NACL can win them, then they can help the other Lithuanian teams get to the LAN. And NACL have been looking really strong lately. They won a game against Team Antus 5, and yeah, they've been really good all around. I think that they're a really good team now, and they should be able to, well, they have a high chance of winning those games, I believe. And
well, it's the end of the stream, and you know what it means. It means we are giving away one ticket to the Hypertown Riga Expo. To participate, you had to, because it's too late, you had to be active in the chat. And well, let's check out who the winner for this time is.
Dramatic drum roll, please.
Yeah, drum rolls, but, well, maybe. We saw in the chat previously, Kaiser really hoping to win the giveaway. As he won the game, he can win the lottery now. But no, the winner for this time is Jonas Petkevicius.
Petkevicius, you are the winner of the two-day ticket for the Hypertown to see how Iron Wolves will play. And what else is like Žalgiris? I think is also like those are the two teams that I think are most likely going to go. You'll be able to see those two teams play, support them, maybe buy their jerseys, and then wear them and like show how much of a fan you are, because you get the ticket for free, so you can just buy the jerseys with that money.
And well, you will be contacted by
our team, our management crew.
Our management crew. Now, yeah, Jonas, see you at the LAN. And for this, for today, me and Cookie want to say thank you all for watching, and come back tomorrow where we'll see CSGO.
Not like this versus Malco Gaming.
Yeah, not like this versus Malco Gaming. That's going to be the first matchup. After which there's going to be another CSGO match.
Full CSGO day tomorrow.
Yeah, full CSGO today. Full CSGO day tomorrow. So if you like CSGO, if you like Envy, if you like the casters and well the games in general, come back tomorrow. Subscribe to
BSL,
to
like
the BSL,
the streams.
Yeah, BSL channel, so you know when we are live. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and have a great evening.